All right, we'll call the Green Bay Sex Offender Residency Board to order. If I get roll call?
I have documented the 4 members that are present. Yep.
Okay. If I can get an approval for the agenda for this evening's meeting?
I have a change. Oh, the agenda.
The
I'll
agenda.
approve the agenda.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Okay. An approval of the minutes from October 15th?
I have a change. It listed that I was there and I wasn't.
Okay, I'll fix it.
Okay,
Move to approve.
all right.
What's the changes?
All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Okay. First regular business is the appeal of Keith Bushy requesting to move to 1759 Shawano Avenue. Mr. Bushy, can you hear us?
Yes,
Okay. So I know last month you were on the agenda, but we had some difficulties connecting via Zoom.
yes,
Okay, this is your first time appearing before us? Oh, yeah, your first time. So we are going to ask you to talk about what you were arrested and convicted of. When you talk about that, we ask that you do not list the victim by name or relationship. Okay?
oh, yeah.
All right, so go ahead and tell us what you were arrested and convicted of.
7th-degree sexual assault,
Yeah, and then you need to explain the circumstances surrounding that, how the police got involved.
it happened, 11, 12 years prior to my arrest. It was, the incident that happened, and it came to light later.
Okay, so you need to be very specific. You know, how did you meet the person? What actually transpired? How long did it go on?
One person in my house, it happened, one time for about 30 seconds. I exposed myself and yeah, we said one time.
Okay. Just so you know, we have a representative from the Green Bay Police Department here, and so when you're done telling us the story, he's going to confirm or elaborate on what happened. So that's why we ask you to be very specific.
Yeah, okay. I was in a bathroom with a person. I touched my penis on their face for about 30 seconds, and that was it. And we left.
And then, how did the police find out about it?
Several years later, someone got upset with me, and it came to light that way.
And when the incident happened, how old were you?
54.
You were 54? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
He was 54?
Yeah, he's 58 now.
And then how old was the victim?
8. Really?
And do you know why you did that?
I was drinking and I made an extremely bad decision. There was no premeditated thought into it, it was happening, and out of the blue.
Are you guys good with that?
Yep. That's all the questions I have.
Okay. Lieutenant Allen, can you confirm what he told us?
Hi, good afternoon. So in reviewing the criminal complaint, I believe what he's telling you is accurate, but I believe I have two separate incidences essentially happening in the bathroom over a period of time with the same victim. It was closed on the receiver.
I'm sorry, it was disclosed what?
I believe it happened when the victim was 7 or 8, and then they disclosed it when they were 14 or 15 from reading the criminal complaint.
Okay. All right. Does that sound accurate, Mr. Bushy?
Yes, but there was the only one time, and I disagreed with that since the beginning, but
You disagree that the incident happened?
That there was two.
no, just, only one time, only one. That's what he said too, but, you know.
Okay. All right. And you are currently at Winnebago Correctional?
Correct.
And you're scheduled to get out next week?
Yes,
Yep. And this individual that you're going to reside with, if you're approved, is your cousin?
my cousin, yes.
Okay. All right. If we want to talk about any treatment that you have received, you have the option to do that in closed session, or we would remain in public session. Do you have a preference?
No,
Okay, then we'll remain in open session. Have you had to undergo any kind of sex offender treatment?
no. They don't offer it in here.
Were you court ordered to do it?
I had to do, level 1, which I have to do when I leave.
Okay. And how long have you been in prison?
Then what?
In prison?
Be 4 years next week.
4 years? And
Yeah,
so,
next week.
in 4 years, have you received any kind of treatment or programming?
I went through, alcohol, substance abuse.
Okay. Is that all?
Yeah,
And where did you do that at? Which institution?
Red Band.
And how long was that program?
About 2 months.
Okay. You guys have any questions about treatment?
No.
Do you have a plan for treatment when you're out? Where you're going to go for the sexual assault treatment program?
Yeah, I'm going to, Bellman Psychiatric.
Are you already enrolled there?
No, I had to do that when I get out. I tried, but they said they couldn't do it, so I actually went for all of them.
Okay. Okay. All right. So earlier you said the reason why you thought you did it was because you were drinking. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you completed this alcohol course while you were in custody. What's to say you're not going to drink again when you get out?
I have to go through another alcohol treatment when I get out. Ordered by the judge.
Okay. And what are you gonna do for a job?
I have, a couple of leads already, and it may take me a week or two to find a job.
Are you working at the institution right now?
I worked for 11 months
And where was that at?
at National Packaging Corporation.
Okay. All right. You guys have any questions?
No questions.
So I'll just first of all, do you have anybody who wants to speak on your behalf?
I'm here.
You?
Yes, I'm
Oh,
Alan Lays. I'm
Sure.
the owner of
You need to just step forward and come up here, and then state your name and address for the record, please.
Alan Lays.
Alan Williams,
Lays.
Blaze, okay. L-A-Y-S?
Laes.
Okay.
And your address.
1759 Shiloh Avenue, Green Bay, 55303.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, what would you like to say?
I'm here on Keith's behalf to verify that he's allowed to stay at my residence. So,
And he's your cousin?
he's my cousin. We had a good relationship in the past as far as activities, positive activities, fishing, rock hounding, selling items, rocks, gems, and jewelry at flea markets and so forth, powwows. We did a lot of good things together. So we got a good relationship.
And have you maintained contact with him while he's been incarcerated the last 4 years?
No, just recently.
Okay,
I know that he needed a place to stay, so
okay. And is it just you that he'd be living with?
yes.
Okay. And have you laid down any rules for him that you are going to enforce that he follows?
We haven't spoken about that at this time, but there will be rules, of course.
What kind of rules do you think you would put?
No drugs or alcohol.
Mhm.
I don't drink, I don't smoke.
Okay, so there's no alcohol in your home? Okay,
Of course, no weapons, and I'll be helping them with employment, so
okay,
we'll get them rolling, help them with his programs.
okay. All right,
No questions.
okay, thank you,
Okay.
okay. Jessica, do you have anything you want to say or add?
No, I have no questions.
Okay. I will say that I'm just a tad bit leery about allowing him to come out. You know, obviously the situation was driven by alcohol. I don't know that he's going to abstain from alcohol. And, you know, he hasn't received any kind of treatment. So that's my concern right now.
Totally agree. I think the house that he's going to with his cousin is a fine place to go. He hasn't had any treatment until he has started treatment. I don't feel comfortable approving.
Okay,
No questions.
okay. Is there anyone who wants to make a motion?
Move to deny.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Aye?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Bushy, you are not approved to reside at that address at this time. You kind of heard the board's reasoning why we're not comfortable having you go there. But that's not stopping you if your situation would change once you get out and maybe seek treatment
And then reapply.
and then reapply. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right, the next appeal is Israel Nazario Veliz. I hope I didn't butcher that. Yes, up here, please. Okay. And Mario, you're from International Translators? Okay. All right, so, Israel, this is your first time appearing before
Esta es
us,
su primera vez que aparece frente a nosotros.
and you wish to, you're currently at the TLP,
¿Está en TLP? Yes.
okay? And you wish to reside at 1651 LK Lane,
LK Lane.
number 6.
Número 6.
Okay. All right, so, we're gonna ask you to tell us
Vamos a pedirle que nos diga
what you were
entonces
arrested and
lo que lo
convicted of,
arrestaron
and again, be detailed,
Okay.
please.
y con detalle, por favor.
Ok, me arrestaron por...
I got arrested
Me
because
pusieron en cargo de child enticement
I have a child enticement charges.
y me pusieron cargo de second degree sexual assault.
¿Cómo?
Second degree sexual assault.
And second degree sexual assault.
Okay. So, how did those charges come
¿Cómo,
about?
cómo esos cargos pasan? ¿Qué pasó que le pusieron esos cargos?
Eso pasó en la casa.
That happened home.
Tenía 31 años de edad.
I was 31 years
Fue
of
con,
age.
fue con la hijastra mía, 17 años.
That was with my stepdaughter. She was
No,
17.
no, we don't want to know the
No queremos saber
relationship.
entonces.
Ok.
Okay. So, you have the victim, and what happened?
¿Y qué pasó entonces?
Ok, ella quiere saber los detalles.
So you want to know the details.
Yes.
Sí.
Ok, eso fue una vez que yo estaba en la casa.
I was home.
Mi hijastra me llamó por su cuarto.
So the victim called me to the room.
Quería hablar conmigo en el cuarto.
She wanted to talk to me in her room.
Y el día anterior yo había tomado mucho alcohol.
The day before, I drank a lot of alcohol.
Y ella me hizo una proposición y no, pues, termina cediendo.
So she made me a proposal and I give in to it.
Ya prácticamente pasó como unos 15 segundos.
So it went probably 15 seconds.
Can we just stop for a second? What was the proposal?
¿Cuál fue la proposición?
La proposición fue que ella me estaba viendo diferente, con unos ojos diferentes.
So she told me she
Y me
was.
preguntó si quería estar con ella. Yo le dije que no.
So she actually told me that she was looking at me with in a different perspective, and she asked me if I wanted to be with her, and I said no.
Ya. Entonces le dije que no. Ella se bajó la ropa, el pantalón, se puso en la cama y me dijo, ¿estás seguro?
So I say no. So at that point, she pulled the pants down and her underwear down and lay in bed, and she said, "Are you sure?" No.
Y entonces, pues la terminé
So then
accediendo a algo que no debía.
I just give in to something that I shouldn't,
Y por esa razón fue que paré y dije que eso estaba mal.
and that's why I
Y paré.
stop and I say no, this is wrong,
Y paré.
and I stop.
Ya.
What did he give in to?
¿Qué creo que usted se dio?
Porque ella quería estar conmigo sexualmente.
She wanted to be with me sexually.
So did he have intercourse
So
with
usted
her?
tuvo
Did he
penetración
touch
con ella
her?
o la tocó?
Prácticamente sí.
Practically yes.
No voy a mentir.
I'm not gonna lie.
Ya pasó como unos 10-15 segundos.
And then 10 to 15 seconds after,
Y pues dije, me dije a mí mismo que eso estaba mal.
I told myself this is wrong.
Ya, no debía haber accedido a esto, le dije, esto está mal.
Should have never agreed with this, and I said this is wrong.
Entonces la mamá llegó,
Her mom arrived.
estaba en una cita, llegó a la casa, abrió la puerta y nos vio hablando.
So her mom came back from an appointment, opened the door, and she saw us talking.
Y ella, por la cara que teníamos nosotros, ya dedujo que había sucedido algo.
And when she saw our faces, she kind of guessed something happened.
Y pues, y realmente le dije lo que había sucedido, no le quise mentir,
So I didn't want to lie, so I told her what happened.
porque no me estaba arrepentido, eso estuvo
Because I
mal.
was really regretting what happened. I was wrong.
Y entonces pues me fui de la casa.
So I
La
left home.
muchacha se fue de la casa.
And she also
Y ella
left
se
the
fue a la
house.
casa de la mamá y
She went to
creo
her
que
mom's house,
el hermano llamó a la policía
and her brother called the
y
police.
la policía me llamó y me llamaron para entrevistarme. Y le dije lo que había pasado, acepté mi error.
So the
y
police called me for an
me arrestaron.
interview, and I told them what happened, and that was a mistake, and I got arrested.
No, dije que había dicho lo que había sucedido, que lo había pues aceptado, lo que fue un error.
¿Cómo? ¿Qué dijo?
Que yo le dije a la policía que
No, I told the police that what I did. That's what I did.
y acepté pues lo que había hecho.
And I kind of admit what I was doing. But I did.
Okay. And the victim was how old?
¿Cuántos años tenía?
Ella fue el 17.
17.
Okay. Lieutenant Allen, is that an accurate version?
Pero si está, preciso lo que dijo.
Not really.
No,
So
realmente no.
it sounds like from reading the criminal complaint that his spouse, they're not legally married, but they've been together for approximately 10 years.
Pero ella estaba
Her appointment was canceled, she came home, went into a bedroom, and saw him having vaginal intercourse with the victim.
Eso,
And when the victim was interviewed, they both described having a demon inside of them that had a propulsion for each other. And that the relationship, which was sexual, had been going on for approximately a year. And that I believe there was reportedly only two sexual situations that took place, but that they were separated by a year, and they described as having a demon inside of them that had
demonio dentro de ellos que
that had them attracted to one another.
se atraían el uno al otro.
Okay, thank you. What does he have to say
¿Qué es lo
to
que tiene
that?
que decir usted de esto?
ya, lo que pasó ese día solamente fue ese día.
What happened that day, it was only that day.
La mamá mintió, yo lo dije en la corte.
Her mom lied, and I said that
Cuando ella
in
llegó a la
court.
casa, ella no nos encontró teniendo relaciones sexuales.
When
Estábamos
she arrived
hablando.
home, she didn't find us having sex.
Ella lo dijo
We
porque
were
estaba
talking.
enojada. Realmente la muchacha se había metido en nuestra relación hace como un año.
So she said that because she was mad. So, and the girl was in another relation, like,
Esa fue la
for a year.
única vez que sucedió.
And this was the only time that happened.
Eso nunca sucedió nada más.
Never again, just.
Any questions on his offense? Okay. And so you were sentenced to prison for 3 years?
Sentenciaron por 3 años de prisión.
Sí.
Yes.
When did you get out of prison?
¿Cuándo salió de prisión?
Hace 2 meses.
About 2 months ago.
If we wish to talk about his treatment, does he want to go in closed session?
¿Quiere
or-
hablarlo cerrado o aquí?
No lo abro aquí.
No, it's here, fine.
Okay. So it says on your application that you were referred for
Me
treatment,
refirieron para tratamiento.
but you weren't in need of it. Is that correct?
Pero usted no necesitaba el tratamiento.
No, a mí me hicieron una evaluación
No, they didn't eval on me.
en Dodge. Me asignaron un programa y después me lo cambiaron.
They assigned a program for me, and then after that they changed it.
I'm sorry, what was that?
They put me in a program, but then they changed it.
Ya, me asignaron el Sub 2.
¿Cómo?
El Sub 2.
Sub 2?
En el tratamiento 2. Creo que son 6 meses.
I think it was about 6 months.
Después me llamó el PSU en prisión, me dijeron que me habían asignado ese programa equivocadamente.
So they told me, they called me and they told me that the program was assigned to me by mistake.
En base a la puntuación de mi evaluación.
So based on the eval score,
Entonces me lo cambiaron al SOT 1.
so they changed it to SOP 1.
Y supuestamente creo que son 8 horas de tratamiento.
And supposedly that was like 8 hours of treatment.
Y en base a una ley de 2000 para acá, supuestamente no es necesario que lo agarren.
So, and it was a law from 2000 and up that it wasn't needed for me to take it.
Entonces my PO me quiere hacer una evaluación nueva.
So the PO,
A ver si es verdad que lo necesito o no. Y estoy en espera de eso.
they wanted to do a new eval to see if I really need it or not. So I'm waiting for that.
Okay, well, the SUD program is an alcohol, I mean, it's a substance abuse.
Eso es de sustancia, abuso de sustancia, ese es el programa de SAD.
No, SOT. Sexual
Oh, SOT.
SOT.
SOT, okay, gotcha. Okay, so you did do some of that.
No hizo parte del programa, ¿no?
No, ellos me asignaron el 2, pero luego me lo cambiaron al 1.
But they assigned for me the number 2, but then they changed it to number 1.
It's only 18 hours. Solamente son 18 horas de
Only
tratamiento.
18 hours of
Y
treatment.
me dijeron que eso no lo dan en prisión, que no.
They told me that they don't need that in prison.
So how many hours of treatment has he
So,
had?
¿cuántas horas de tratamiento hizo?
No, nunca lo agarré. Me dijeron, cuando me lo cambiaron del 2 al 1, me dijeron que ese programa no tenía que agarrarlo por una ley del 2000 y nunca me dijeron que no va a pasar.
So when they changed me from the number 2 to number 1, they told me that I didn't have to take that program because it was a law back in 2000.
Es como, son 18 horas de tratamiento, pero creo que son papeles y cosas y eso no, dicen que no.
So they say it was
no
like
hacen.
18 hours treatment and there's a lot of paper work going on and they don't do that
Y
yet.
no me lo dieron.
So they didn't give it to me.
Where did he do that at?
So ¿dónde hicieron eso?
En prisión.
Prison.
Which one?
¿Cuál?
A Racine.
Prison. Yeah.
Yeah. Entonces ahora estoy esperando la evaluación nueva.
So now I'm waiting for a new eval.
So, I have a question. Did you do the 6 months of treatment?
So
in
eso
Chile,
sí,
or
no,
did you
no,
just-
cambiaron.
They changed it. They said
Changed
that
it.
was a mixtape. And based the point, yeah, they changed it to 1. They say it's only 18 hours.
But so you did go to some treatment
Pero
in
no,
there,
lo habían
even though
asignado,
you
pero ¿usted fue
didn't
o no
need
fue?
to?
Me asignaron el 2,
Ajá.
pero después me llamaron del PSU
Ajá.
y me lo cambiaron
Pero
al
luego
lunes.
comenzó a 2.
Es que no me decían que no lo necesitaba.
They assigned the number 2, but then they changed it to number 1 and they told him that he didn't need it.
So you didn't do any
So
treatment
no hizo
with the
ningún
number
tratamiento en
2
la prisión.
program?
They changed it to 1.
Okay.
So zero treatment is what we're
Yeah,
getting.
O sea, no tratamiento hasta ahora.
Hasta ahora
Yeah, so far.
Okay.
Have you started treatment since you're out?
¿Es que salió a comenzar el tratamiento?
No estoy esperando por la evaluación que me mandó hacer la PO.
My PO is going to do an eval, so I'm waiting for that.
What about any issues with alcohol or drugs?
¿Problemas con drogas o alcohol?
No.
No.
Yo estaba tomando alcohol en ese periodo porque estaban pasando muchas cosas en la casa con la muchacha.
So back then I was drinking because there was a lot of things going on with the girl.
En la familia, in the family.
In the family, yeah.
Y estaba tomando alcohol para poder manejar las cosas porque me iba a ir de la casa porque las muchachas se metían mucho en nuestra
So
relación.
I was coping with alcohol, what was going on, because the girl was getting in a lot of trouble, getting into our business.
Exacto, y entonces prácticamente por eso fue lo que sucedió porque yo no tomo alcohol.
I really don't drink, but that's what happened. But
Okay. I mean, part of his conditions of his, the charge was that he shouldn't be in any location frequented by minor children without agent approval and accompanied by an adult sober chaperone. Are they saying that because they're concerned that you have alcohol issues?
Ellos tenían inquietud de que usted podría estar tomando alcohol, por eso establecieron eso.
No, yo no tomo alcohol ni droga.
But I don't do drugs and I don't drink.
Okay.
Estaba tomando en aquel tiempo, pero yo no,
Back then I was drinking,
Yeah, no.
but not anymore.
no tengo de eso de tomar.
I don't have any desire of drinking.
Okay. All right. Are you working?
¿Está trabajando?
Sí,
Yes.
Where?
¿Dónde?
Bigelow Rentals, Mainex, for Bigelow Rentals.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
And that would be your landlord then, correct, if you were approved?
¿Está aprobado? Yeah.
Y yo trabajaba para ella antes,
I used to work for her before.
for her,
Yeah.
pero ahora trabajo para su papá.
But now I work for her dad.
Okay. 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 You guys got any questions?
Questions?
No questions.
Okay. I don't know, I have some mixed feelings here right now, because I'm not really quite sure.
Can I express myself?
Can you what?
Express?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ya solamente yo estoy pidiendo una oportunidad de reintegrarme a la sociedad.
So I just asking for an opportunity to re-enter the
Eso
society.
fue una situación que nunca debió haber sucedido y me arrepiento de ella.
was
Nunca
a-
debió haber pasado.
That was a situation that never happened before and I'm really
No
regretting.
tengo récord criminal, no soy una mala persona, no he
I'm
hecho
not a
daño a
bad
nadie.
person, I don't have any criminal records, I never do anything bad to anybody.
Tengo 2 niñas, pago child support, estando en prisión seguí pagando child support por 3 años.
I got 2 girls, I'm paying child support, even though when I was in prison, I still paying child support for
Y yo
those
solamente
years.
pues pido por una segunda oportunidad.
Just asking
porque
for a second opportunity.
I understand that, I think everyone is here for that opportunity.
Esta oportunidad.
But one of the main things that we need to
Una cosa
make
principal
sure
que
is
está
that
asegurando
you
que
understand why you
te
did
entiende
what you
lo
did,
que hizo, lo
and
que
that
hizo,
you've received help in
reciba
understanding
ayuda,
why you did what you did.
entienda lo que
And
hizo,
I don't feel that you've gotten that
Yo
help
pienso que
yet,
usted no
but
ha
that's
tenido
just
esa
my
ayuda. Pero eso
opinion,
es mi opinión.
okay?
So I think he could do very well. I'm concerned that he hasn't had any treatment at all.
Estoy preocupado que no ha tenido ningún tipo de...
And I usually like to see that they've gone to some treatment before we
Me gustaría
approve.
ver tratamiento antes de que sea aprobado.
So my inclination is
Do you want to see
to
if there's
approve
anyone who wanted to talk?
Yeah.
Inclinado a... No,
until he's some treatment.
hasta que tenga tratamiento.
Do you have anybody that wants to speak on
¿Tiene
your
alguien que quiera
behalf?
hablar de parte suya aquí?
No, realmente.
No, really, no.
No, okay.
I would like to see you involved in treatment also before.
Estuve 3 años en prisión esperando por el tratamiento y prácticamente jugaron conmigo.
I was 3 years in prison waiting for the treatment and it's like they play with me. You
Esa
know?
fue la razón por que yo fui a Brasil, porque ofrecían el
And
tratamiento.
that was the
en
reason
español.
why I ended up going and Brazil,
después me lo
because they
quitaron.
offered the treatment in Spanish and then they took it away.
Entonces, ahora yo estoy afuera y necesito una segunda oportunidad y no siento que sea justo
So now I'm out, you
que
know,
yo
I need
tenga
a
que quedarme en la
second
calle por
chance
una
and I
situación
don't
como
think
esa.
it's fair for me to end up in the streets because
Right, but, you know, maybe you weren't able to get into sex offender treatment, but there's a lot of other programs within the institution, such as Thinking for Change, cognitive behavioral programming. You didn't do any of
tenemos
those?
ningún programa.
Ellos me asignaron varios, pero nunca me dieron nada.
They assigned to me several programs, but they never give it to me.
Okay.
I would talk to your PO, Jennifer Weston, about
Hable
that.
con
We'd get her
la
to
PO,
get you into
okay.
treatment immediately.
Que lo pongan en
And then you
tratamiento
can come back
inmediatamente.
before us if we disapprove. I'm not saying we are, but
Yeah. Jessica, what are your thoughts over there?
So,
I'm leaning the same direction that you guys are
Thank you.
also. It was a little bit concerning for me that his story didn't quite line
parte para
up.
mí también con la técnica.
Okay.
I feel like like you guys think you might need some more
Pienso como
treatment,
ellos, pienso que
come
necesita
to grips with
tratamiento.
things.
Okay. Is there anybody wants to make a motion?
move to deny.
Is there a second?
Yeah.
All in favor? Aye? Okay. Okay, so at this moment, you're denied.
Se le ha negado.
But again, you heard us that we want you to get
Tenga
treatment, and then you can come back.
Y vuelva para acá.
Con todo respeto, sí acepto la decisión, pero prácticamente me están dejando en la calle. Y
With all due respect, I accept your decision, but you know, I'm gonna end up in the street right now.
You can look in the other communities.
Porque en otra comunidad
Okay?
okay.
Okay. The next appeal is Randall Tainter requesting to move to 1533 Morrow Street. So I gotta be up. All right. So it has been many, many, many years since you've been here. We got kind of a newer board since that time, so I think you want them to start from the beginning? Or did you guys read the packet?
I read the packet.
I read the packet, but I would like to start.
Okay, so we're gonna ask you what you were arrested and convicted of, and then, again, don't state the victim by name or relationship.
Okay.
And then we do have a lieutenant from the PD to confirm.
Alright, so you want me to tell you so not if she was a girlfriend or anything like that, just like victim. Okay.
Victim.
Okay, so in 2001, I was on the run from a group home. I was 17 years old at the time, and I met the victim as when I was 17, and we started talking, and I ended up going to jail because we stole some vehicles, burglarized a business, and I ended up going to jail. And when I was in jail, I had some runaway issues still. You know, one of the things with me, I got fetal alcohol syndrome. I got a lot of like attachment issues with like running away, trying to be with family and stuff like that. So I still had that in my mind. So I didn't go back to Huber, and I was I got an escape charge. So when I was on the run, I had sex with her. She was 13, I was 18, and ended up getting charged with second-degree sexual assault. And I got charged in 2002, but the charges didn't come up until 2003. So I ended up getting probation on that, and that was pretty much it for that issue. And in 2006, I got out again, and one of my sister's friends, I ended up having sex with her, and that was the other victim, and I had ended up getting her pregnant, and I got, was it 3rd or 4th degree? I don't remember, but I ended up getting, that was a misdemeanor on that one, so I ended up getting another more probation after that one. So those were my charges come from.
And the one from 2006, how old were you?
I was 23, I believe.
Why did you end up in a group home?
Well, I was in 22 foster homes growing up, and my mother was an alcoholic. My dad was an alcoholic. My dad died when I was 2. My mom, she was an alcoholic. She couldn't take care of anybody, so she had a lot of kids, and she had a lot of issues with herself and with me and my fetal alcohol syndrome, where I would lash out and like in the home, be like in other foster homes. I'd do that same thing. So I'd end up, somebody didn't want me, and I just get kicked around. So in the big picture of the charge, I believe that I was trying to find like I guess some sort of connection with somebody, and my mind was not, it was still growing as not my age. So I believe that's where a lot of my issues when I was younger came into place, because of the foster home situations and stuff like that.
Lieutenant Allen, can you confirm those 2 charges?
That is correct.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's essentially exactly what he said.
Okay, perfect. All right. So the last time we saw you, Randall, was in 2008, and I'm going to gather that you haven't been living on the East Walnut address since 2008.
No.
So where have you been?
I've been in and out of jail. One time I did a 7-year stint.
7 years?
Yeah. But been having like little issues with like alcohol. My issues with alcohol started when about 2015 when I got out, and so my times in prison since then revolve around them issues. And
So why did you
Go ahead.
why did you end up in prison?
Well, in 2008 was strangulation, suffocation. It was a girlfriend. That one was being drunk, and I had an issue trying to get back because it happened in Clintonville. I had an issue trying to get back to Green Bay, and the girl wouldn't let me back. Back to Green Bay, she wouldn't give me a ride. So when I got drunk, I lashed out, and it's something that I definitely regret. Absolutely regret.
So, how long have you been out of any institution?
Right now?
Yeah.
This has been the longest time.
Since when?
So, but I did just get out of an ATR. But I got out last year, September 24th, and this has been the longest time that I've been out. I worked with Craig before at Forward Services, but sometimes my learning disability, will keep me, cause the CDL thing, and I wasn't getting the test. There's one test I didn't pass 5 times, and I had to wait a year. That's one of the reasons why I haven't come back, because of that. And but I've been thinking about this week, what I need to do to get back in there, and I got that coming. So, but this has been the longest time since I've been out. Anytime, any part of my life, home to me is I don't know, it's more special to me than the average person. Okay, and this is absolutely a momentum builder since I've been out. I've been sober. It's one of my best things is being sober. I don't drink. The biggest problem was with me with the last couple of times I've been in prison was the drinking, and I've been staying away from that.
Did they answer your question, Brian?
Any type of
So have you had any alcohol or drugs since your last release?
Yes, I have. I got a girlfriend that I should say she puts a lot of stress on me. But I'm staying away from her now because she's just too much. I went to a Bucks game back in February, and I met this other girl, and when we went to the Bucks game, she had some methamphetamine, and I did that just that one time, and I went to treatment after that. But I've been sober. I guess any drug is an issue with anybody, but the alcohol, I'm so proud of myself for not, because I got a lot of drug addicts in my family, and one of my nephews, he's a real bad alcoholic, and he even asked me how do you do it? How do you do it, Uncle? And he's it's so hard because he's only 30 some years old, 30 years old at the most, and he's already got cirrhosis. So he's how do you do it, Uncle? And I give him
Randall, I don't want to interrupt you, but can we kind of just stick to what we're talking about? Because we get off in tangents, we're going to be here all night. Appreciate it.
Okay, so I guess, does that help you? Okay. If we want to talk about your treatment, we didn't get an opportunity to say, but you do have the option to do that in closed session or remain in public session?
Oh yeah, I can, yeah.
Okay. So on your application, you said that you did one-on-one sex offender treatment.
Yeah.
Where did you do that?
Over at Family Services.
Okay. Was it with Jim Drake?
Yes, and
Okay.
I also did some, because I have, when I was in a foster home, I was sexually abused, and I have some issues with that, with like doing it in a group setting. And so I had to do like one-on-ones when I was at WRC for that. So I guess that had to do some part of my treatment before like any other thing that I gotta start, because I gotta take out them issues first. And but I've done treatment with Jim Drake.
Okay. And tell us what the number one thing you learned from Jim Drake.
Well, it's a lot of things that happen to me, you know, and I understand. It's basically my understanding of like where I've been, and I don't know how to say it, like where I've been and how the charges affected me, like in like when I got older, you know, like being sexually abused and stuff like that, with my abandonment issues and stuff like that.
Did he focus on, like, do you think that what you did in 2001 and 2006, was that right?
No, it absolutely wasn't.
And
I know
why?
that.
Why did you get to the root of why that wasn't right?
No, not really, because I've been like, I was getting into like my one-on-ones with like therapy, like with the psych, because I started doing like this electric thing with my memories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I forget what that's called. But
Did you learn anything from SOT treatment with Jim Drake?
oh, absolutely.
Okay, tell me what you learned.
Just like I said, like it's something that you can't, like, I don't know, blame. I don't know how to say it. Like it's what happened in the past isn't my fault, but like with the foster homes, but that doesn't give me an excuse. Like, yeah, that's I don't know. I don't know how to word it.
Nope. Okay. Okay.
Are you in any treatment currently?
No.
Okay. Jessica, do you have any questions about treatment?
No, he was pretty thorough.
Okay. And are you still working at Bay Ship?
I got, so, my girlfriend, the one I mentioned before, her vehicle got repoed, and our hours didn't match up, and she needed the car, and I couldn't get the Bay Ship, but I did get a new job at Servpro. It's a restoration company.
Okay. Okay. So where have you been living, since you've been out of prison for a year?
So there's been 3 times that I've been to, the TLP, 3 times. And there's one for 3 months, one for 2 months, 2 for 3 and 1 for 2, or maybe 2 for 2 and 1 for 3, I don't remember. But then I also been living like, with that girl I mentioned, at her place.
Where did she live?
She lived on Law Street, over by,
In Green Bay?
yeah.
Okay. You know you're not supposed to stay there until you get approval?
Yeah, I was like here and there, like from like my her house, and then I'd go to like nephews, and then I stayed in the car for a couple days or something like that.
Okay.
And then, like, when I was in treatment, I stayed in treatment too. And, well, even when that did happen, like, I always made sure that I made sure I reported homeless to the state, so,
Okay. And are you still on supervision?
yes,
How long are you on supervision till?
I'm on supervision for 4 more years.
4 more? Okay. Does anyone else have any questions?
I do not.
I guess I don't have an issue approving it because you have a pretty lengthy criminal history.
Yeah.
But you haven't committed another sexual offense. There's a lot of other offenses, so I'm not worried that you would commit another sexual offense at this time. So I wouldn't have an issue with this address.
Is there anyone on Zoom?
Oh, say what?
Anyone who wants to
Oh,
speak
yeah.
on this agenda
Sorry.
item?
Yeah, is there anyone who wants to speak on your behalf or,
No.
no?
I thought, I didn't know if my horrors person, I got horrors. I didn't know if they were gonna be here or not, but
Is there anybody on the,
I don't.
Camera that you recommend?
I just got a new worker, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
okay, no, nobody?
Okay, I just
Yeah, I
see
gotta
people
remember.
on Zoom. I don't know
Thank
who they're here to
Yeah,
speak on.
okay.
I think sobriety is your secret weapon. Stay that way and you're gonna
Yeah.
be okay. So I move to approve address specific.
Is there a second?
I'll second that,
Okay,
address specific.
all right, all in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Yeah. Okay, you're approved to reside at the 1533 Morrow Street. If you do decide to move from that location, you do have to come back here,
All right, all right.
okay?
Yep.
Do you want us to mail that to the Morrow, or do you want us to mail it to the Shawano
More.
TLP? Okay.
Yeah.
Good
All right,
luck.
thank
All
you.
right, Thank you.
All right, next on the agenda is the appeal of Jack Kanzenbach.
Give this to you, this is from Amos. I finally,
What is it?
my letter from Amos. I finally got it today on the way.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll get to that in just a moment. All right, so Jack, you're currently living in De Pere,
Right,
and you're requesting to move to, is that 1109?
1104.
1104 South Broadway?
Yes.
How come you want to move?
For one, I can't afford to rent anymore. It's going up. I get help from Medicare, but I can't pay my utilities with it. And it's, my brother selling this house and moving, and he's renting to me now. And, but it's for sale, and the new realtor, or the new owner wants me to move in. She's okay with me moving in. Actually, the sale of the house is pending on my ability to be okayed here to move there.
Okay,
So,
okay. So you've been here before us back in 2017.
right,
Again in 18, and, no, I'm sorry, 18 you asked to be removed, and then again in 2022. And it appears that every time we have approved you to
Correct.
reside at your requested location. Does the board want him to go over his offenses?
I don't.
So have you had any offenses since your original one, like since
no,
you've been out?
no.
Do you want him to? Okay. Jessica, do you want him to go over?
No, I read it through the agenda.
Okay. All right. So, what have you been up to since the last time we saw you, Jack?
Well, I've been involved in Green Bay First Church and now Lion and Judah Church. And that's one of the things about this house. It's close to to both churches. When 2020 hit, I was volunteering 7 days a week at the church, bagging food. We have a awesome big food pantry now, a clothing closet. We have 3 buses that go out and pick up the homeless and stuff like that, help them out. Sunday morning, we have 2 services now. So I've been a part of that. I love working for the Lord. Christ has done things for me. I mean, in 2017, I got hit by an infection through my whole body, ate my left eyeball. I was not expected to live, and I'm still here. And the following year, my daughter found me unconscious on the living room floor. I've had 2 brain surgeries, okay? I'm hard-headed and stubborn. It took a lot for God to get my attention, so that's what I'm here to serve the community and the people. That's my goal now. And this is a perfect spot because it's between the 2 churches. A year ago, July, through Curative, I was able to get a job at Lion of Judah Church. I tore out a wall, put in an archway. I've been doing there. Yesterday, I'm turning a basement room into a clothing closet. So I love doing this stuff. God's given me a lot of abilities, and that's my goal now. He's changed my life.
Okay, all right, good. Okay, do you have anybody that wants to speak on your behalf?
Jim.
Okay.
Jim.
You just need to state your name and address for the record, please.
James Johnson, 1008 Country Club Road, Green Bay.
Okay. Go ahead.
I've known Jack probably only for like 5 years, but he's a good guy. I have no problem with him where he would live. He like he said, he's involved in our church, and he doesn't have anything to do with the youth or anything, and he's, as far as I'm concerned, he's a good guy.
Okay. And when he was before us the last time in 2022, he lived with you, is that correct?
No, he was thinking of living with me.
Okay.
And I was willing to have him live with me, but my daughters said that probably wouldn't be a good idea. They had young kids and,
Okay. Okay, because I
So-
just saw that was the address
Right.
that he had requested to live at the last time.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, but we approved him to live there. So he didn't live with you?
I guess, no,
No.
he never did.
Yeah, well, I agreed with him, because of the grandkids. We hadn't thought about this, Jim and I think it's longer than 5 years, but. Yeah. But, we were okay with it, but when his kids said, well, the grandkids,
My
okay,
daughters
that probably would not be a
Said
good
they
idea.
didn't care for that idea.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. All right, anything else, or you don't want to say? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, I don't really have any concerns. You've been in the community for quite some time. You're keeping yourself active. And I would agree, it would be nice to be able to be close between the others. But anybody else?
I was going to make a motion.
Oh, sure.
I will make a motion to approve Jack Konzenbach at 1104 South Broadway, address specific.
Second.
All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Aye? Okay.
All right.
You're approved to live there. Do you want us to mail that to the Fort Howard address?
No,
Or to the
no.
other one?
I finally turned the keys in yesterday, and I told him I'm keeping one mailbox because I'm still getting mail there.
Okay. All right, well, good
Thank you, and
luck.
God bless you. And if you want to witness it, come to Green Bay first some Sunday morning. You can have breakfast.
Okay. Thank you. Next appeal is Michael Villers Jr. requesting to move to 1620 Forest Glen Drive.
Looks like he's on Zoom.
Oh, on Zoom.
Yeah, hi, that's us over here.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. And would you be Monica?
No, so Monica, from what I hear, is that it's his previous care home he was staying at and is requesting to go to now. That's correct, Michael?
Yes.
Yes, he is currently here at 60 Sennelt in Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Okay, but he's requesting to go to the 1620 Forest Glen in Green Bay?
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right. So, Michael, you've never appeared before us, so as you've hopefully listened throughout the proceedings so far, we're going to ask you to tell us what you were arrested and convicted of, and please be specific, as to what happened. Just don't mention the victim by name or relationship.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't remember the years when it was happened, but at Joanne's Water Park, I pushed a girl in the swimming pool, and I might have touched her in an appropriate way. And again, 2001, I believe it was, when I was 18 years old, I was at Joanne's Water Park inside the bathroom with a 6-year-old minor. And that's pretty much all I remember.
Okay. In the last one that you told us about, did you get 20 years in prison for that?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I served 9 months in county jail, so they took that off of it.
Okay. All right. And where did you serve most of your time at?
First I was at Dodge, then I went to Portage, and then I went to Oshkosh.
Okay. And when did you get released from prison?
It was back in August, so I can't remember what date, but it was either the 21st, so I'm not sure.
You remember the year?
Yeah, 2021.
21. Okay. And where have you been since that time?
I was in a Genuine Hearts group home.
Okay. And what kind of group home is that?
It's an adult group home.
So like, is it for like cognitively disabled peoples or?
Pretty much people with any disability.
Disabilities? Okay.
It looks like Monica is on there. She's from Genuine Hearts. She's in the top one.
Yeah, she is the care manager of Genuine Hearts.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to let him finish and then I can explain as well.
Okay. Yeah, because I think when we do talk about that, I'll give him the option if he wishes to talk about that in closed session or remain in public session. But before we do get that far, I do just want to confer with Lieutenant Allen if he had the criminal complaint on that situation.
Yes, I read both of them. The first criminal complaint indicated that he anally sexually assaulted a 6-year-old boy in a bathroom stall at Joanne's pool. And the second criminal complaint said that he had had sexual contact with multiple females inside the pool. And it was reported by the females to the lifeguards, and then they contacted authorities.
Okay. Does that ring a bell, Michael, that that's what happened?
A little bit.
What do you mean a little bit?
So because I have a lack of memory problems, I don't remember a lot of the details.
Okay.
I can remember some details, but not a whole lot.
Okay. All right. Are you guys good with this, charges?
Yes.
Okay. So, Michael, if we want to talk to Monica from Genuine Hearts or talk about any treatment, you have the option to do that in closed session or we would remain in public session. Do you have a preference?
Can you describe that to me, because I have
Yep.
a mental disability?
Sure. So we might ask you questions about any kind of treatment or maybe some medical issues that you might have. And closed session would be where everybody has to leave the room and it would only be the board and you. If we remain in open session, that would mean everybody that's in the room right now that just heard you tell us your story about what you were convicted of, they would still stay in the room.
Because they have other people in there?
Yeah. Open is fine.
Okay, all right. So why don't we first start with what kind of disability that you have, so we have a better understanding.
I have ADHD, emotional disturb, and some other ones that I believe up to 11 disabilities I have.
He has a, like a learning disability.
Okay. All right. And then, now, on your application, did you fill the application out, or did somebody help you fill that out?
That would be Monica that helped me out.
Okay, so on here, it says that you did attend sex offender treatment. Do you remember doing that?
Yes, I attended with Jim Drake at Family Service.
And how long ago was that?
I think I started somewhere in 2021.
Okay. And so you started that once you got released from prison?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you still see him?
Yes, once a week.
Okay. And tell us what you learned from Mr. Drake.
Pretty much a lot of things I learned from him.
What's an important take?
More like follow my probation rules. More like, even though I was assaulted, it wasn't my fault that.
Right. Did you learn anything from like your offenses from those cases?
Yeah.
What did you learn from those?
I learned not to re-offend.
Okay.
Not to feel empathy, emotional.
Okay. All right. All right. And then is it okay if Monica kind of explains what Genuine Hearts is and maybe how things would go if you're approved to live there?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I get Monica's last name?
Yeah, Monica, if you could just provide your last name for the record.
Yep, it's Turbiatis. It's T as in Tom, U-R-R-U, B as in boy, I-A-T-E-S.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Okay, I'm from Genuine Hearts. I manage all the group homes that we have here in Green Bay. We have 8 different group homes in a CBRF. We have worked with Michael in the past. He did live with us in one of our 1 to 2 bedroom homes. Then he did move to Oshkosh due to, I can't even remember the reasonings why. But when Michael did live with us, we helped him with med compliancy. We helped him apply for his Social Security. We ensured that he got to all his court appointments, medical appointments.
PO appointments.
Yep, PO appointments. We made sure that he did not miss those. We are very compliant with his PO, the rules, the regulations. Our home is staffed 24/7, so he is never left, or none of our residents are ever left on their own. We do have a wake third shift. So there is always somebody there helping our residents with everyday living skills, cooking, cleaning, lifestyle choices, things like that. And we really help them with day-to-day with what they need assistance with.
Okay. All right. And Michael, do you like living at the Genuine Hearts when you were there before?
Yes.
Okay. And why do you want to come back to Green Bay?
I have family that lives in Green Bay.
Okay. All right. Okay, does anyone have questions for him? No. Okay, I would not have an issue, especially knowing that they're a 24/7 facility. He's meeting with Jim Drake.
Move to approve address specific.
I second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Okay, Michael, you're okay to reside, you're approved to reside at the Genuine Hearts at 1620 Forest Glen. If you do decide to move from that one, you do need to come back here if you're gonna come back to Green Bay, okay?
All right.
All right, and do you want us to mail that letter to the Genuine Hearts or to the Oshkosh address?
Genuine Hearts.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yep.
All right, the next appeal is Bailey Scrivens requesting to move also to 1620 Forest Glen Drive.
For the record, Bailey is a current active participant of mine, and I will be recusing myself.
Okay. All right, Bailey, you have never been before us.
Nope.
So the first thing that we're gonna ask you is to talk about what you were arrested and convicted of. Again, please don't state the victim's
I know,
name or
I know.
relationship.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
I was 18 at the time. I have sexual, child pornography. I had child pornography, causing a minor to view sexual sex, and I still have child enticement. I was 18, she was 16, and yeah, we were dating for a little bit, and then she sent me pictures, and I didn't want them, and I ended up saving them on my phone, me being mentally challenged, so I didn't know what was wrong and right. So and then I got arrested for it. I spent 18 months in prison. They gave me 9 months credited for my jail time, so I only had to sit 9 months in jail or prison. I did anger management as well as in prison.
All right. Lieutenant Allen, would that be correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, thank you. All right, Bailey, if we want to talk about your treatment, you have the option to do that in closed session
No,
or
I will
remain
do it in person, public.
open?
Yes.
Okay. So on your application, did you complete that by yourself?
What?
Your
Anger
application?
management? No, my PO did it for me.
Okay, so it says that you were referred to Family Services
Yes,
for
I'm
sex offenders?
Still trying to get a hold of them so we can schedule the date, and I will be there on time and every day.
Okay, so you haven't had any
No.
kind of sex offender treatment?
But I did anger management in prison. Which I
Okay.
fully completed anger management, so I did not
Okay.
get angry anymore. I was a
Okay,
very, very violent man.
okay. And when did you get released from prison?
July 1st of 2025. I still have 2 years and some months left, so 3 years.
Okay. And you've been staying at the TLP this
Yes.
whole time?
I went to jail the first time, and I got out 2 months later, and yes, I'm doing way better.
Why'd you go back to jail?
Violating my parole,
And what was your violation?
using the cell phone inappropriately, and I learned better not to use it now. I don't
Okay,
use the cell
how did you
phone.
use it inappropriately?
I violated my rules by downloading stuff that I wasn't supposed to and having social media.
What kind of stuff did you download?
Pornography, ma'am, sorry.
Okay. Do you think you have a problem with pornography?
Yes, and I'm trying to learn not to do it anymore, so.
Okay. Are you gonna have access to,
No,
the internet?
no,
No?
not at all, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have a problem with, alcohol or drugs?
No, never did it, never will. My family is alcoholics.
Okay, all right. And so, when you first kind of got up here, you kind of said you have a learning disability?
Yes, I know I have mental disabilities, learning disabilities.
Okay, and has that been, your entire life, or
Yes,
is it
since I
from
was
an
12.
accident?
Since I was 12, my entire life.
Okay, all right. And so, what kind of things do you need help with?
Everything, pretty much.
Everything?
I
Okay,
can do stuff by myself, like work and everything, but I need help bathing or reminders to take a shower, how to spend my money right, clothes, washing my own clothes, all that.
okay. And, are you working right now?
I was, and I'm waiting for the temp agency to tell me that I have a job again.
Okay, where were you working at?
OW Logistics.
Okay, all right. Okay.
I have a question. So this, I'm assuming, is a group home that you're moving into that is staffed 24 hours?
Yes.
Since it's the same address as the last guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, yep. And did you choose to want to go live at Genuine Hearts?
I was living there before, and I did decide to go back, yes.
Okay. How come you left there?
The first church.
Okay.
Church that I had before.
Okay, all right. Okay. Do you guys have questions? Okay. We'll probably speak with Monica also, but is there anyone that wants to speak on your behalf? Sure. Just your name and address for the record, please.
AJ Drum, 1463 Aviator Court, Hobart. So I would be Bailey's court-appointed guardian.
Okay.
As Bailey said, I think, as with any mental health, autism, learning disability, he is very capable of doing a lot of stuff, but needs a lot of prompting, needs a lot of encouragement. Obviously very physically capable. I think having the 24-hour staff that Genuine Hearts provides is actually more of a better thing for Bailey to have that supervision. I know in conversations with him, he knows what he did is wrong. I also do think the point to be made that Bailey also functions at a lower leveling. I understand there are laws and there are age requirements, but I would not say that Bailey, when he was charged, was a mentally 18-year-old. I would say lesser, like middle school-ish. That doesn't make it right. That doesn't.
Yep.
But yeah, I think, having that structure, having that in between check-ins with people is beneficial for him. Since getting out, Bailey has attended all appointments as needed. We had a meeting with the ADRC to get him back re-enrolled into community waivers, which pays for the group home. Working on getting him re-established. He had seen Brown County psych Dr. Tan. Yeah.
How long have you been his court appointed?
Since I was 18, and I'm 21 now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you've
It was
been
right
with him
before
for a
his
long
18th
time.
birthday, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you go places with him, or do you just help him more with like legal proceedings and
A lot
this
of
kind
it,
stuff?
so helping out with decisions, like now trying to find out where he can live.
Okay.
Finding placement. Once he gets on community waivers, and I apologize, I don't know if this was discussed with the previous one, as I had used the restroom. He will have a care team with a social worker and a nurse care manager as well that do check-ins. I do check-ins. Monica, previously when he was living at the other location, it's not the same location he's returning to, or could return to, lets us know if there's issues or things that come up that we need to address and need to stop in and see him and talk about things. I think outside of the charges, Bailey did very well there. It helped with his anger management. Again, having those prompts and cueings to follow through and complete things is, in my opinion, at this time for Bailey, needed.
Okay, all right. Anybody have any questions for him? No? Okay, thank you. All right. Monica, do you have anything to say?
No, other than in the past working with Bailey, he was a joy to have. It's exciting to know that he did take anger management. But moving in again to, if he got approved to move into the Forest Lawn location, he wouldn't have any internet access. That's all locked up. We follow the PO rules that are put on him. We will make sure he gets to all his PO appointments, any therapy he needs, doctor's appointments. We will keep him med compliant. And it's nice that we have, an avenue to reach out to his guardian, his care team, if there were issues to arise.
Okay, thank you. Okay, anybody have anything they want to add or talk about?
In my opinion, this situation is probably a good situation for
Mhm.
Bailey.
I would agree. I'm comfortable with the Genuine Hearts. Does anyone want to make a
I'll
motion?
make a motion that we approve address, Bailey Skibbins, address specific at 1620 Forest Glen Drive.
And I'll second that motion.
Okay, all in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, you're good to move into that address.
Genuine Hearts, please.
Genuine Hearts, yep. If you move from there, though, you have to
Yes,
come
I know,
back.
I know.
Okay.
One question I have about that, because we talked about emergency plans, like something happens to the house, how does that work? Because we would have to work with his care team, because typically, like Monica would have, if a flood happens at that house and they need to move the clients to another home that's available, just so we know, my brain
Yeah.
works worst case scenario.
Right,
Address
right.
specific, so you'd have to come back.
Yeah, you
Okay.
definitely would have to come back, and I don't know
Or
if
we'd
you'd
have
maybe
to-
reach out, like if it would be an emergency type of a situation where we would try to convene ahead of time if we,
Okay.
couldn't wait a month.
Just like I said, the way my brain works, worst case scenario.
Sure.
Thank you.
Good luck, Bailey.
Okay, the next appeal is Gene Schuessler requesting to move to 1301.
It's Schussler.
Huh?
It's Schussler.
Oh, Schussler, excuse me. Requesting to move to 1301 Argani Drive.
For the record, Gene is an active client of mine, and I will be recusing myself.
Okay. So Mr. Schuessler, you have not, Schussler, sorry. Could I just call you Gene? Okay. It looks like you have not been here since 2010.
Correct.
Correct? Have you been living at that address, 831 Elmore Street, since then?
That's not technically right, because I moved from there, went to Wisey.
Oh,
I've been in
yes.
front of you. And then I was at Wisey till 2017.
And then where'd you go?
I went to jail, and then I lived in Ledgeview at 3326 Kewanee Road.
Okay. All right. Do you guys want him to go over his offense?
No.
Jessica?
No, I'm comfortable.
You read everything? Did you want him to go over? Okay. So 2017, you went back to jail. What happened?
Basically, that was a DV charge and resisting.
And how much jail time or prison time did you get?
I did a year. I got out in, I think it was like August of 2018. And then I went back to prison just recently, so.
And why'd you go back to prison?
That was for drugs.
Selling?
Yep.
Yeah?
And using.
Selling and using?
Correct.
If I remember correctly, was that methamphetamines?
Yes, ma'am.
It looked like you had several drug charges back in '23, correct? Illegally obtaining a prescription?
No.
No?
No, that got dismissed.
Okay. And then drug paraphernalia?
Correct, ma'am.
Yeah. So then you went back to prison for how long?
I did 2.5 years on a 3-year bit.
And when did you get out of?
September 4th.
Of this year?
Correct.
And then where have you been since then?
At the TLP until November, and then I've been homeless.
Okay. All right. Are you in any, excuse me, if we want to talk about
Yeah,
any
go ahead.
treatment?
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay. So are you in any kind of treatment at this moment?
Yes, I am.
What kind?
AODA, and I see a recovery coach.
Okay. And are those helping?
Yes.
So when was the last time you've used any illegal drugs?
The date I got arrested.
Okay, all right. Okay, and, who are you gonna be living with if we would
That would
approve
be
you?
my cousin.
Your cousins? All right, and, she's got a young child at home?
She's got two, but not, one's an adult, one's 12 years old.
Okay. And, are you still on supervision?
Yeah, I gotta do 5 years.
Okay, and your agent doesn't have any concern with the child?
Nope, everything's been taken care of on that end.
Okay. Are you working at all?
Nope, still trying to find employment. Hopefully this week I hear back from Herkman.
Okay. So then what do you do all day long?
Look for employment. Do my appointments for see my AODA counselor once a week. I also see my recovery coach. I go to the talking circle. Do side jobs with my uncle. That's about it.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
No questions.
Okay.
I think there are people online that want to speak.
Oh, okay. Is there somebody that wants to speak on his behalf or
No.
against? No?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, I don't have a concern with you going to this address. I mean, you know, your offense was back in the 90s. You haven't committed another sexual offense, just drug charges. So I'm not concerned that you would reoffend sexually.
Same opinion?
Yeah? Jessica?
Yep, I would move to approve that.
Address specific?
Address specific. Address specific.
Okay, second.
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor? Aye? Aye?
Aye.
Okay, you're good to reside at that 1301 Argani Drive?
Yep.
If you move from there, you have to come back before us.
That's one question I have, because I was approved at those other two addresses. If I was to move at those other two addresses, would I have to go back in front of the board?
No, you do not. If we
As long
approve
as it
it.
was specific apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm just saying,
If you go back to those addresses, you've been approved. That approval has not been withdrawn.
because I asked and nobody knew that answer.
You would not need to come back. You've been approved at those addresses.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, the next appeal is Ryan Zellner requesting to move to 2120 Van Duren Street, Apartment F. Before we go too far, are you gonna want him to go over his offense, because he was just here?
I am.
Okay, so Lieutenant Allen, if you wanna head out, we don't need you to confirm his charges, because we just recently heard him.
Have a good night.
Thank you, you too. Okay, so, last time we approved you to reside at the 1014 Aphrodite Road, and now you want to move to this 2120 Van Duren Street. How come?
Well, there's two groups of parties why this is actually happening. One is my family and friends. Had not been for my parents opening up their doors for me to move back up here, I know that the stability that was obviously provided for them, as well as through my job and things like that, has been amazing. The second group of people are the people that are right in front of me right now, and obviously the board member that's not here, to have the opportunity to move up here from a different county where I would have been homeless. So things have worked out very well. My job has been awesome. So I was able to kind of build stability through that way, as well as continuing my treatment when I came and saw you guys. I had done some cognitive behavioral therapy, things like that, while behind bars. Got involved.
Oh, hold on, I'm sorry. I know we're the only ones here right now, but this is being recorded. Did you
I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay.
remain in open session?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
carry
fine.
on.
So treatment is obviously very important to me. I started sessions with Jim Drake even before I started to move up here. And then it just evolved into my SOT treatment. I see him once every week. It's been amazing. We talk about victim empathy. We talk about triggering points and obviously establishing a relapse prevention plan, which all is about that in terms of the ending the cycle, right? When I was here last time, the people that are still supporting me, that spoke on my behalf, they're still there. Unfortunately, because of so many different scheduling conflicts, my dad, it was very emotional for him to be here. We just lost, my grandfather just passed away a few weeks ago, so he's still kind of going through that as well. So my support system has been amazing.
Are you moving to your own place? Is that-
Yes.
Okay.
So part of this process now about building stability, right? I've listened to guys, 2 sessions now talk about when they get out about that second chance, and I've been very fortunate to receive a very good second chance. I believe I've taken positive advantage of the opportunities that have been in front of me, and one of those things now is to give back to my parents. They open up their doors to me. Finding a place, whether you have a criminal history or not, is not easy in today's society, right? Especially in this area. I was very fortunate. About a month ago, we started having discussions as a family, like, hey, I built up enough equity, capital through saving, things like that. Start kind of looking. In this place, I was able to, I went and applied for it, and it offered, it's close to my parents, still close to Jim, close to the agency, Brittany, who I see once every week, they will soon go to bi-weekly once this process is kind of done. But things have gone really, really well. And yeah, just that opportunity to kind of give back. I'm sorry to speak a little bit more here, but it's just when my dad spoke, he had promised the board here, because I wrote it down, that he was going to provide a safe place and then get me ready for another good place for me to live, and they've done just that. So this is for me a way to give back. I found a spot, and again, I'm at the mercy of the board here of how this kind of goes. But everything has gone very well in all aspects.
Okay, good. I do want to make a note that you provided us a letter from Jim Drake, basically stating that, you've been seeing him, you see him weekly, and that the last time he saw you was on November 10th, making all your appointments and working on stability via lifestyle changes. So, you don't need that.
No.
We'll give you that back.
For my file though.
Oh, okay.
If it comes back and I have it for.
Okay. And then, are there people that want to speak on your behalf?
Yeah, my friend Shane.
Okay,
has known me
sure.
pretty much my whole life. He'd like to say a few words again.
My name is Shane Urban, and I reside at 1935 Hazel Street, Oshkosh, Wisconsin. So yeah, I'm just here to support Ryan. I've been with him since, we've known each other since high school, but also since Ryan's been released from prison. Just working through all the different things. Like he said, this is kind of a next step for him. He's done it with a lot of wisdom and a lot of counsel and asking people what he should do. Also kind of accountability person for him too, like when he is having struggles or problems or whatever, I'm typically the first one that he's gonna tell. And I think this is just a good springboard for him to do well. And you guys, him coming here, I think this is a great opportunity for him with everybody else who's in his life overseeing him, giving kind of the okay to it. I think it's going to be a good thing, for him to do this. So.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you.
I also want to mention he is one of my approved chaperones
yes.
through the agency. So
Okay.
that's why when things do come up, not every day obviously has been, kittens and rainbows. So it's just kind of go with those day-to-day struggles. Shane has been, wise counsel, although we're the same age, and my uncle who spoke, and again, just being transparent. You ask people what they learned through therapy. I think that's the biggest thing for me. One of my triggering points back then was I just wasn't transparent. I was a hurt person, and I tried to project this perfectionist thing where now I'm like, hey, Shane, I'm having a bad day. Or, I call my Uncle Dave, or I talk to Adam, who spoke on my behalf. He was in Israel last time. And so just being able to talk to individuals about their experiences, it kind of helped me through, what I may be feeling, what I may be going through. And I think that's the most important thing with that.
Okay.
I've met with his PO and everything too, like face to face and in person, so
Right.
everything is okay there.
Okay,
So
all right.
I don't have any problem with Ryan, this is gonna,
Yeah, I'm gonna gather you haven't been back in jail since we approved you the last time?
No, I just, I pretty much work 70 hours a week, which is great. But yeah, definitely, again, positive choices. Been a positive person at Aaron's company, like I said last time, they were able to give me a second chance, and I've been able to move up and elevate in certain terms of positions there. But yeah, again, why I'm here is I've had two grateful parties, obviously you guys giving the chance and not defining me by my past, by allowing my actions kind of define me who I am now, so which I'm really, really appreciative.
well, I wanna be a politician someday, we don't ever get gratitude from people that sit in front of us.
So get in, huh?
That's what a nice feeling, like, what?
But it's the truth, and when we left last time, I don't know if you remember, like, we were really visibly emotional because we knew that this was an opportunity for the stability that I needed, and all my support network knew that, and so, and they still do, I mean, they're still there, and we still talk about that day, knowing that that was a huge touchstone for me. So again, I'm really, really grateful for the board and how we continue to function, so.
We obviously made a good choice, so I move to approve address specific.
A second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Aye? Okay, you're good.
Okay, you guys have a great night, thanks again.
Best of luck.
Okay.
Thank you.
You want us to?
New address or
Um,
Darren's?
Just send it to the old one, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay,
Thank you.
all
Good
right.
luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, our next meeting is scheduled for December 17th. Merry Christmas almost. And we just need a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Is there a second? All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
All right,
All right.
thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Have a nice Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna eat and eat and eat.
Recording stopped.
Something